The city of Veracruz, with its lively streets, music, and the aroma of spices, seemed like the perfect refuge for Mystery Inc. Fred, with a map in hand, reviewed the tourist spots while Daphne admired the musicians performing in the central square. Velma, ever curious, flipped through a historical guide, while Scooby and Shaggy were more interested in the tacos they had spotted at a nearby stand. However, the relaxed atmosphere was interrupted by a distant scream, followed by an enigmatic warning from an elderly woman. "Stay away from the jungle." Determined to investigate, Fred led the group through the city's alleys, where Daphne found something intriguing: a Mayan mask adorned with vibrant feathers and sparkling stones. Velma, with her keen eyes, examined the artifact, noticing ancient inscriptions indicating its rare origin. Meanwhile, Scooby and Shaggy absent-mindedly followed a trail of giant footprints that led them to the edge of the jungle. There, a frightening sound made them stop abruptly, Scooby's fur standing on end as Shaggy nervously murmured about returning to the van. The jungle felt alive, with shadows dancing among the towering trees. Fred, determined, insisted they move forward, while Velma examined moss-covered stones inscribed with references to a guardian spirit. Scooby sniffed out something strange, and with Shaggy trembling close behind, the group stumbled upon a cave partially hidden by dense foliage. Ignoring Scooby and Shaggy's protests, Daphne led the way inside, where they found Mayan drawings telling a dark legend of greed and protection. Inside the cave, Velma began deciphering the riddles on the walls. The symbols revealed that the monster was a guardian, tasked with protecting sacred jungle treasures. Meanwhile, a deep roar echoed, freezing the group in place for a moment. Scooby darted behind Fred, trembling with fear. Daphne discovered fresh marks on the ground, indicating someone or something had recently been there. With flashlights illuminating menacing sculptures, the group decided to venture deeper, driven by both curiosity and caution. Emerging from the cave, the marks led them to a clearing where a river sparkled under the full moon. The sound of snapping branches shattered the silence, followed by the most terrifying sight: the Mexican monster. The city of Veracruz, with its lively streets, music, and the aroma of spices, seemed like the perfect refuge for Mystery Inc. Fred, with a map in hand, reviewed the tourist spots while Daphne admired the musicians performing in the central square. Daphne, showing unexpected bravery, grabbed a branch and waved it to distract the monster. Meanwhile, Velma, observing closely, noticed something strange about the creature's eyes. "It's a fake!" she exclaimed, pointing out that the glow seemed mechanical. Fred immediately led the group in a wild chase to capture the imposter. Scooby and Shaggy, though clumsy, tripped over a branch, causing the creature to stumble and its armor to start falling apart. With the armor dismantled, the group revealed a complex contraption filled with gears and wires. The monster was not real, but an elaborate creation. As they took the figure apart, Velma found hidden maps among the pieces, detailing routes for smuggling historical artifacts. Fred, intrigued, realized there was something much larger behind the mystery. The culprit's identity remained unknown, but the evidence pointed to a meticulously planned operation designed to deceive the locals and keep intruders away. Back in the city, Fred began connecting the clues while Daphne interviewed local residents. A new lead emerged, pointing to a trusted community figure known for his involvement with the local museum. Revisiting the inscriptions on the Mayan mask, Velma discovered they contained an encrypted signature that directly implicated the culprit. The group knew it was time to set a trap to expose the true villain behind the scheme. The trap was carefully planned, with Scooby and Shaggy, as always, taking on the role of bait. Reluctant but loyal, the duo lured the suspect to the location Daphne had prepared. Fred and Velma positioned the trap elements with precision, ensuring nothing could go wrong. When the villain finally appeared, he fell straight into the group's trap. With the mask removed, the truth was revealed, and the case finally began to unfold before everyone. The culprit was the curator of the local museum, a man respected by all. He had created the monster and spread the legend to keep people away from the jungle while he planned to steal historical artifacts and sell them on the black market. Fred presented the evidence they had gathered, while Velma detailed how the symbols in the mask had been manipulated to support the ruse. The villain, though caught, showed no remorse, coldly admitting to his plans. When the police arrived, the curator tried to escape, but Daphne and Fred ensured he had no chance. Scooby and Shaggy, meanwhile, accidentally knocked over a stack of boxes filled with counterfeit artifacts, revealing even more evidence against the criminal. The local community breathed a sigh of relief as they watched the villain taken away by the authorities. The townsfolk gathered in the central square to celebrate the resolution of the mystery and thank Mystery Inc. for their courage and ingenuity. In the square, the group was met with applause and traditional food. Fred and Daphne exchanged knowing glances, while Velma organized her notes and recorded the final details of the case. Scooby and Shaggy, of course, dove into the delicious dishes offered by the locals, quickly forgetting any danger they had faced. However, an unfinished feeling lingered. Velma gazed at the Mayan mask with curiosity, suspecting there were still more secrets to uncover. During the celebrations, a strange shadow passed quickly, startling Scooby and Shaggy. Upon investigation, the group discovered it was just a prank by local children who had created an improvised ghost. The moment brought a lighthearted end to the case, showing that despite the danger, fun was always part of their adventures. Fred, smiling, thanked the locals for their hospitality and assistance during the investigation, while Daphne praised the community spirit. Before leaving, Fred gave a brief speech about friendship and courage, highlighting the importance of facing fear together. Daphne thanked the community for their trust, while Velma continued to study the mask, intrigued by its significance. Scooby and Shaggy, their faces smeared with sauce, celebrated the mission's happy ending. The group boarded the mystery machine, ready to head to their next destination, leaving behind yet another solved mystery. The van drove along the winding road as the rising sun bathed Veracruz in golden light. Scooby let out his signature laugh, prompting chuckles from the others. The jungle, now peaceful, seemed to hold its secrets for a while longer. However, the group knew new adventures awaited them. While Fred thought about improving their traps and Velma reviewed the clues, Daphne held the mask, reflecting on the mysteries left unsolved. For them, the enigma never truly ended. It only opened doors to new stories.